4 Rambos, 6 Rockies. Mr. Stallone is the one that you look to when you talk about an action hero. With that, you get, you know, a bigger on-screen value. So it's bigger and better. I mean, like all sequels have to be.
I guess the reason the bar would be trying to get together this group, which had never been put together before. So it was like a lot of octane, a lot of, let's say, alpha dogism on the same screen, which hadn't been seen for a while. And also the guys were not new faces. They had built their own audiences over sometimes 20, 30 years. I think that there is a relatability. There's an imperfect quality to the character that the audience goes, I can accept this guy because he's flawed and he's touchable, approachable, real. It's maybe the beginning, or it's the beginning of a revival, but it's also the end of an era. It makes it very special because you're never, ever going to see this again. Everyone in this movie has had a very stellar career, and to get them all together at one time is a minor miracle. It really is, because it's never happened before, and it never will happen again.
Today I'm into character plus the martial arts. So what's good for Stallone, he took me because people, they want to see something about Van Damme, which is Van Damme, the karate, the kick, the this, that will give it to them. So when I train, I like to train about everything, because you have to come kind of in shape, because when you start a movie, that's when you have less time. I didn't have lots of time, waiting time, but I was going here and I was going there also. But you have to come into a film in shape, and then you maintain your body.
It's been pretty incredible working with all these guys. You know, I watched all their movies when I was a kid. You know, Rocky and you know, Van Damme's movies and Bruce Willis's movies, and you know, it's pretty weird to be on a set with all of them at once, and you know, hanging out and chatting, you know, like you're chatting to someone else, and it's awesome. They're honestly all the nicest guys. Billy the Kid is a sniper, and I have a security guard friend who's an ex-sniper. So I asked him a lot of questions, you know, just about his missions and, you know, what he'd been on and what it's like and what he wears and, you know, just the frame of mind you're in it, you know, those kind of things. That was the kind of my research, I guess, and it was more, you know, just being healthy and fit. You know, I've been running a lot and trying to keep it really militant almost, I guess.
I think Sly came up with a great concept to, you know, put together a team of guys like they used to in the Dirty Dozen and pictures, you know, that this audience now today haven't seen for a while. And also I think that some of the 80s style action, you know, where it's like real stunts and real fights, big guys, I think that was something people hadn't seen for a while. The scale of the action here is bigger. There are more vehicles involved, there are more extras, there are more set pieces. So, you know, this one opens up really big, and then it stays that way. In the first one, it was a little more personal and more character-based in the beginning, and then it got big at the end. But this one stays kind of on a large scale throughout the picture.
First of all, it's my honor to work in the Expendables, Part 1 and Part 2, because a lot of like slides, you know, a lot of guys, I watched the movie many times. When I was little, I already watched, you know, Rambo. So we work together, you know, we become very friendly, very close. We know each other well, so everybody treat me like a brother, you know. It's very cool. I really respect. I can work with them again.
In China, my size is, I'm kind of tall and not very tiny. So here, when I compare to them, they're so big and when I see all of them, they have a lot of muscles everywhere. You just see the muscles, and they're very tall, and I'm very tiny. In the team, and they're very nice. They're very nice to me.
When our mission goes wrong, we decide that we have to take things in our own hands. And if we don't do anything about the wrongs that have been going on in society and what we see and the wrong things that have happened to us, then who will? And we take matters into our own hands. I think in a lot of ways it's a metaphor for personal responsibility, just taking care of your business. As long as you do what you have to do and do the right thing, things are going to work out for you. And that's what I love about this whole project.
I'm Hector. I'm the right-hand man of Jean-Claude Van Damme's character, Jean Verlaine. And we've got a long history together, which you don't see in the movie, but, we met in the French Foreign Legion, became mercenaries just like the Expendables, and somewhere along the line we've segued into organised crime. And we literally have our own army. But it's not so much mercenaries, it's organised crime, gangsters, things like that. And we've hatched a plan that's going to make us rich beyond our wildest dreams. But the only problem is that the Expendables are standing in our way.
I think people like the characters in Expendables because it's all real world. The action's very real. We don't really rely on CG. It's very classic kind of action. Everything's done in camera. Obviously, we have some enhancement, but most of what we do is real. And it's harping back to a day when everything was done in front of the camera. There's real car crashes. There's real fight scenes. There's real mayhem. And I think people appreciate that we're not just doing fake CGI action.